Hey Kaylin, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am doing good, and hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Breakfast with Sergio. Today is a super special one because we're going here across the street from the JBR Center. We're going to visit our friends Lauren and Scott who run Salonlb Gallery. They have an amazing show. We're going to see how they're doing now post-pandemic. So let's go, Kaylin. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's take it away. Let's go. All right, Kaylin, let's go. We're going to floor number 5. Hey, Lauren, how are you?
Hey, Sergio, how are you?
Good to see you. How
nice
you been?
to see you too. Oh, hug. This is
I
like
know,
a
right?
new world.
That
right
is the
now.
weirdest thing,
It
right?
is.
We're super happy to see you.
Yes, very happy to see you too.
It's been over a year since
Yes.
last we visited here your space.
Yes.
I've seen that you guys been doing a lot of amazing work. So we were across the street, like we gotta visit Salonlb. You just opened also recently a brand new exhibition, which is your first exhibition after the pandemic.
Yes. It's so good to actually have people physically in an art space again.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having us.
Yes.
And so let's take a little walk through your space.
Definitely.
We're gonna talk about the show, but before we talk about the exhibition, I would really love to hear from you and so our friends also who are watching here. What has happened between the last time we saw you pre-pandemic? There was a lot. I think we all had plans for the year.
We did.
For the things that we were coming, and the pandemic came and hit, particularly for a new gallery who was opening up. Tell me a little bit about what happened.
So pre-pandemic, we had done a few smaller exhibitions in the fall of 2019 during Third Friday here in Bridgeport, which is a great sort of coming together of like the art communities here. And then in January of 2020, I think that was the last time we kind of like saw you.
Yeah.
We did a solo show with Bobby Meyer, and we felt like we were having such good momentum.
Right.
This is it.
We
And
came
of
for the
course-
opening. It was
and then
amazing.
yes, and then of course the pandemic struck, and we kind of just had to all take a beat, figure out, regroup. What are we going to do in this time? We did have some construction at the space that still needed to get finished. A lot of things got paused though.
Yeah.
So we had to just take a minute, figure out what we were going to do. We wound up launching an online shop,
Great.
which I think many people went online during the pandemic, and that was something that we wanted to do, and we kind of pushed it ahead, which was great. I wasn't really sure how sales were going to be or what that was going to look like, and it was actually with everyone being home and kind of staring at their blank walls and wanting to really feel like their home was a sanctuary. We were selling art, we were shipping all over the US, so that was really exciting. We kind of spent the summer putting together the shop. We launched it in November of 2020, and then that really led us into curating this show and who we wanted to work with and having more familiarity with the artists, and it was a nice lead-in for this.
Absolutely. No, that's amazing. And I think, as I talk to more gallery owners, curators, we all had to adapt our even our job description that often we write ourselves as the things that we want to do. Even we had to adapt that. I, for example, now do a lot of work, even post-pandemic, a lot of work from home, a lot of the administrative work from home. So in some things, like, why didn't I do this before, right? But other things is like, well, it's brand new. So tell me, maybe in your case as a gallery owner, how has your role changed?
No, that's like a good point. There was a lot of housekeeping that needed to happen, and we were like, oh, now we actually can take the time to build out some of the systems, like an inventory system, like a new kind of platform that we're using for that, a CRM system. Learning how to use Shopify, which has been a really interesting tool. I think a lot of people are more familiar with Shopify now, probably since the pandemic. So building out our shop in there, there was just some different processes, and it was great to and then figuring out, like, we're working more closely with our marketing associate and really figuring out like email marketing and strategizing some of our Instagram and Facebook posts and stories and how to really build the community. So it's been good to actually take the time to do that, because we were kind of just flying by the seat of our pants for a little while. So.
Yes, I think that's one of the interesting things also about this transition period. You know, it kind of made us all to pause.
Yes.
And to say, okay, let's see, you know, what are all my roles? What are all the things that I'm doing? Which ones should I continue doing? Which ones I should maybe not continue doing anymore?
Right.
And I think now as we're getting back to some new normal of some sense of it, you know, I think we are also more focused on the things that we really want to do.
100%. I think like work-life balance, looking at how we're structuring things, how do we want to spend our time prioritizing. I think it has been great. As much as we were all like, no, all of our dreams are dashed, it was nice to actually take that moment. I don't think we ever would have paused like that, to really take a moment and prioritize and really figure out what, you know, we want to do now and focus on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I see over there, good friend Scott. So let's have Scott come over and have a little conversation with us too. Hi. Good to see you, Scott. How are you doing? So you are the curator here for Salonlb. Last time that we came, we spoke about, you know, you guys, the projects that you had, all the ideas for shows that were coming up and so forth. And as I was talking to Lauren, then the pandemic hit and everything else. But you guys have opened with a big bang, you know, reopened with a big bang. And that's what I'm so excited to be here. The moment I walk into the show, you know, it's like, wow, you know, it's beautiful, it's amazing. And so tell us a little about this first show. I think for every gallery, the first show after pandemic was like the re-emerging, right? Like we're back.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about this, because I feel like celebration being in this space.
Yes. Well, and that's really kind of the idea of it. Kind of reopening and it being spring, we wanted to do a show that was a little light, like a floral show, something that's just happy and joyous. And we titled this show Se son rose fioriano, which is an Italian proverb meaning if they are roses, they will bloom. Okay. And so it's kind of just like what will be, will be. Mm-hmm. So we thought that was very poetic, and Lauren is of course Italian, so it's like perfect. So we have 23 artists in the show.
Wow.
152 pieces of art.
Wow, that's a lot.
So yes, it was a bang. Mm-hmm. And it's like, so you kind of open the show, and then like the whole concept of the space was modeled after the salons. And so we wanted to open with this kind of deconstructed salon. And like we have this portal or passageway to enter our salon room. And
there you go.
You have this salon wall, which there are actually 46 pieces of art on this wall.
Wow.
And it's a mixture of different art. The show contains a lot of local artists, regionally based and internationally. So this is kind of a nice like opening. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Really hit them over the head with like what all we have going on.
It was comes us into the show. So let's take a little bit of a walkthrough.
And we have like large scale installations, and then we have like very small scale. This piece right here is called The Nubbin Parade by a Cleveland-based artist, Dana Lynn Harper. So really kind of fun piece. Almost reminds me of like fungi. So there's like very much the nature correspondence. And then just this like kind of fun, and like even us installing it was like we had this whole like world going on, and like just having a lot of fun with this piece. Kind of move on to almost a more traditional art practice. So, and oddly enough, it's almost our international little moment, because we have two Canadian-based artists here, Gloria Hahn and Lala Philippone. So Gloria is a ceramicist. So she's Canadian-Korean, and so these are all traditional Korean ceramics. So this was a piece by Anna Murphy. She actually does a lot of amazing murals around the city, so very large scale. And these florals that so these are part of kind of a motif she's been doing in her murals, and she's like basically bringing it into the sculpture and the mixed media. And she concepted this whole kind of moment with the that you just enter.
Versailles pink, like this very
Versailles,
kind of Versailles moment.
Absolutely.
So this piece is another piece by Dana Lynn Harper.
These hanging works, these ones?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's titled Field Guides. So this was a very fun piece when we received it and to hang. Yeah, and it's like almost like you just kind of go around and it's like almost like our little pets. Like we manicure them. But I think it's a really kind of fun and just happy moment, like that you see like these more traditional pieces of art, and then you get into this contemporary craft that you really just can get to walk around and immerse yourself in.
So there's an element of festivity, element of almost like a parade, and I think definitely you know, coming back to this resurgence after the pandemic, I think definitely there's a celebration in a way, right? Coming back to life. And you guys have an amazing view. I just gotta say, for all our friends watching, look at that view. That's awesome. I would have a hard time working with this view.
Yeah, so we have a few different works here. So we have Lisa Marie Barber. She is a ceramic installation artist, and this piece is titled Brownish Girl. She talks about her work as like they're all often complex in composition, but very kind of simple in ideas. She's inspired a lot by Mexican folk art, and yeah, we just love her pieces.
They're beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah, and then we also have Raul Ortiz. We thought his work paired very well with Lisa's. There's a lot of artists. So this is Ye Min.
We just highlight a couple more.
Yeah, right.
This is super
Yeah, we kind of fell in love with JG's work a couple years ago now. She graduated from SAIC's MFA program. And honestly, we saw this and never ever seen some like work and fiber manipulated in this manner. They're just so many layers to these, and obviously we kind of love anything that sparkles. So
yeah.
And we were excited to play up the lighting element with it, just with the lighting system that we have, and yeah, just putting these kind of in a different environment. They truly glisten.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about this one?
So this work is by Grace Lee, who is a pastry artist.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. So this is all edible. All those sugars she made are created by hand, or all those flours she created by hand, and they're made completely of sugar.
Wow.
And we're also excited because Grace is going to come back and teach some flour making courses for us, so everybody can take home their own sugar flour.
That is pretty exciting. Now, I would love to check the piece on the other side of these curtains. Friend of mine, Jennifer Cronin. So let's go check it out. I love what you guys did with this piece. You know, as coming in through the doors, I know Jennifer well, and I love the installation around it.
So yeah, the installation was all Lauren. So
okay.
Yeah, we've known Jennifer for a very long time. Lauren and her went to school together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were in our freshman year foundations drawing class at University of Illinois in Champaign. So I was always mesmerized. Her hyper-realistic works are just on another level. And this piece, she had never really shown in a space of course so large on 2 panels, and I had always thought it would be really cool to make it a little bit more of an immersive piece, especially because of the scale. So yeah, she kind of gave us the blessing, and I kind of just went with it, and it was a surprise to her when she came in and saw it, and she could actually sit in it. So yeah.
There we go. Or you can actually sit on it. Yeah. Thank you guys for having us here today. It's super awesome to revisit. You know, after a year, you know, we are neighbors across the street, and you know, being able to open back again and welcome people into our neighborhood, I think is a great thing. So on behalf of everyone here in Breakfast with Sergio, thank you guys for having us. An amazing show. Make sure you come and check it out. Please tell your friends, maybe Scott, you have the mic, tell your friends where can they find us, or they find you in social media, and also your website.
Yes, so if you go to salonlb.com, that's our website, and you can learn more about the exhibition there. It will be on view until July 16th. And we are also developing programming to correspond with it. This will continue to announce different artist talks, workshops, potentially yoga.
That's awesome.
We're really excited about retiring a piece of art. So Lisa Marie Barber, she does the large-scale ceramic installations. She's going to, we asked her, like, what do you do with these works? She's like, I retire them. So what that means is she invites people to come and just take a piece of the work home with them.
They're all in pieces. So the one that's in the corner, large piece, everyone's going to, we'll have kind of a system where everyone gets a number and you take your turn and you get to actually take a piece and pick it.
So Instagram, it's salonlb_. Facebook is the Salonlb.
And your address for those who might want to stop by?
Yes, so we're in Bridgeport. We're at 1010 West 35th Street, Suite 500, right next to Antique Taco and across the street from Jalvis. So hopefully you guys will all stop by.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks my friends for watching. This was a long episode, but it's a really good one. Please do us a big favor. We'll be super happy if you click share. You can share this to a friend. Particularly if he's here in Chicago, or also you can share in your Instagram stories. It will be great to see us. Tag us, make sure you tag Salonlb, make sure you tag me, it will be great. Thank you guys, we'll see you next episode. Thank you guys.